Hey man, this topic I'm getting ready to talk about, it's really simple in the idea. Really not a whole lot that goes into it, but people put a whole lot. They'll make it larger than what it is, and that's how it gets overly complicated, and that's how we get to a lot of these situations that arise that we discuss on this channel on how to overcome. And the topic of today's video, my name is Ayin Kilimanjaro, that is. The topic of today's video is connecting with people really is not that hard. Even though I think I messed up the title of that video. Oh, connecting with others. Connecting with others. It's really not that hard. And what I mean by it's really not that hard, when you're being transparent in who you are, and let me clarify about being transparent, I'm not talking about when you meet somebody within the first few seconds, you tell them everything about who you are. That's not what I'm talking about. You vomiting all this information up on them, going into too much information for a person to digest upon meeting you. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about being transparent in your dealings and in your actions. Give me an example. I'm going to talk about me up for a second. I'm not looking to make friends when I meet people. I'm not just because I have a smile on my face and I'm really friendly. I'm not looking for that next step of going, hey, you want to exchange numbers? You want to go out? That's not how I operate. Right? So since I don't operate like that, I'm aware of the type of vibes that I give off to people. I'm aware that I come across friendly. I'm aware that people may want to get in my bubble and may want to get to know more of me because I can be funny. I am funny. I'm a likable dude. Right? So with me doing that, I also don't tease people from the standpoint of like leading them on thinking, hey, look, this is getting ready to blossom into this, this outstanding friendship. Hey, I'm going to be all up off in your bubble. We're just going to, connect. And that's not the way that I come on. Because I don't know you. You don't know me. Chances are, you're probably going to get on my nerves. And the other thing with me, chances are, it's going to be some things you don't like about me. Hey, I'm taking this slow. We're not in a rush to go anywhere. It's just a friendly meet and greet. Nothing wrong with being easygoing and nice with your fellow man. But hey, I'm not trying to take this anywhere. It's just an interaction. If we happen to so-called become friends, which when I think back on it, the people that are just kind of like my brothers and sisters, because we've gotten that close. When I think back on how those relationships turned into what they were, they didn't even start like how you would think that a typical friendship would start. Like we just hit it off and was just like, man, we're friends to the end. Some of those things with some of the people, like the one person I'm thinking of in particular, we started off, it was actually kind of harsh towards one another. I'm just like, this cat seems like a smart aleck. And with me, I know I came off rather abrasive because I wasn't buying what he was selling. Before I knew it, I looked up 4, 5, 6 years had went by. We've been friends for going on 20, 21 years now. So we didn't actively sit out and go, hey, look, let's methodically think this out on how we can just get together and make this work. But on the same hand, one of the things I think about when I think about all the people that we have friendships in common and our relationships have flourished and they've blossomed is because we were transparent. We were transparent with one another and it allowed the relationship to grow. Because since we were transparent, they just knew in certain things that they wouldn't try to, do with me, same thing with them either. The point that I'm getting to is when you're false advertising and you're putting up a sign for some of the things that you aren't because you're just trying to attract people, you're going to attract people, but are they the type of people that you need? So when you get back to the basics of like what I'm talking about, it really comes down to just being transparent. It really is. It really comes down to just being transparent and connecting with people just really shouldn't be that difficult. It's just that when people put a lot of weight on the relationship, that's when you get misunderstandings and things arise. And I tell you another thing. When you're talking about this friendship, like the one brother that I'm talking about, I think about to where when things come up, to where at least this is the way that I think about it, at least to where there's anything on the table that could be misunderstood or I felt like was miscommunicated, I'm eager to work that out. Hey, that is not like what you may think that it is. I'm cutting it off at the corner because their relationship, it means something to me. How I interact with them, it means something to me. I'm not trying to hurt their feelings, not intentionally, completely different. We're talking about being constructive criticism, and I'm not talking about being a yes man, but I'm just talking about out the wrong doing wrong. I'm transparent. What you see is what you get. And like I said, 10 times out of 10, when I look at these relationships that's around me, that's exactly how they are. These people can be just like I am, finicky, may not want to be bothered at certain times. And that's the reason why the relationship works. That's the reason why I started the video out on saying, I'm not looking for anybody. I'm a loner, and if I, so choose to step outside of the zone, then so be it. The people that I'm friends with, same way. We're not all up off in their bubble 24/7. Relationships, connections, they aren't that hard as long as you're being transparent. But you know who you got to be transparent to the most? And with this person, you don't have to worry about putting too much on the table, embarrassing yourself, letting your guard down because you might get hurt. It's yourself. What do you want? What do you want out of the relationships around you? Are you aware of what you bring to the table? The vibes that you give off. That's how you develop transparency. That's what makes it easier to connect to the people around you. There's somebody out there for everybody. That's how I'm ending this video. Anything else I want to add? It's getting late. I need to roll up out of here. Head hurting. Been a long day. Mouth dry. End the video. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Aim. You have a good one.